Crysis Remastered review in 3 minutes, from the perspective of someone who never played the original Crysis. Note that I won't be comparing the merits of the remaster to the original game. The gameplay in Crysis Remastered is your typical FPS fare with some fun tweaks. You have the classic loadout that you would expect to see, with some fun extras like dual-wielding pistols and the ability to grab your opponents and toss them. This leads into another great gameplay feature, which is the immersive approach to physics that is part of the reason why the original Crysis became so legendary. You can pick up so many things and throw them, and many objects react in realistic ways. This adds a layer of immersion and makes for some fun gameplay opportunities. Here you can see my Jeep actually getting stuck on a fallen tree. The ability to customize your weapons on the fly to meet the needs of your current situation is a cool feature. Your stealth, high jump, sprint, and armor abilities also flesh out your nanosuit's power and allow you to approach encounters using stealth or going in guns blazing. Most levels in the game are essentially large sandboxes and have various ways that you can approach them. One high point for me was definitely the tank mission. The gameplay takes a turn about halfway through the game as a new enemy type is introduced, and the gameplay environment changes significantly. That's all I'm gonna say, as this video doesn't have spoilers, but I'll definitely say I enjoyed the first half of the game much more. The fact it holds up after 15 years is a testament to how groundbreaking some of these now standard gameplay features were. The game's 11 levels only took me 8 hours to play through on normal difficulty, though I didn't mess around much. The graphics are of course stunning in Crysis Remastered. The ray tracing, vegetation, and amazing post-processing in Crysis Remastered all combine to create one of the best looking FPS games to date, and a worthy upgrade to the groundbreaking original. While the original Crysis may have had a reputation for cooking your PC, I was able to run the game consistently over 60 frames per second on high to max settings at 1080p on a fairly mid-range Ryzen 5 3600 and Nvidia 3060 Ti PC, given that I use DLSS quality mode. Crysis tried hard to tell a unique story in the crowded 2000s sci-fi game genre. It succeeds at this, but ultimately fell flat for me. The only characters that made a very strong impression on me were Psycho, protagonist of the spin-off title Crysis Warhead, and Prophet, because he's just a boss. The story has a mystery that is revealed, and it's fairly cool when this happens, but the rest of the game didn't feel like it had much more story progression after this point, and the end of the game left me wanting more, which is likely where the aforementioned spin-off title comes in. Final verdict. Crysis Remastered provides the player with a fun sandbox to play in, a decent story, and is truly a visual marvel to be experienced. The game doesn't overstay its welcome, but also left me wanting more from the story. Playing through Crysis Remastered was an exciting return to the classic single-player FPS genre. I enjoyed messing around with the physics system, stealthing around, and of course gawking at the eye candy. I recommend Crysis Remastered to people who haven't played the original, or if you enjoy messing around in an FPS sandbox. I don't feel the need to come back to this one though, so maybe try it on a subscription service like EA Play or Game Pass, or wait for a sale. Now I'm playing Crysis 2 Remastered, so stay tuned for that review.